welcome to my channel, Mary Speaks. I'm Mary.
I'm Josh, from Oregon Wrestling Observer.
And today we are reviewing the worst movie ever.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, The Next Generation.
Yes, that one.
By the way, spoilers, here's our thoughts on the actual movie.
Oh my god, it's so terrible! It's so terrible!
So, what do I say about this movie?
It sucks.
It sucks. It makes me want to
horrible.
pull my hair out and scream like Leatherface.
That's legitimately his
But,
line.
go on.
That's legitimately his only lines in the movie.
And he doesn't even make any kills.
He only kills one person.
Tex does the rest.
Oh yeah, Leatherface is not the main character this time.
At the beginning,
You don't see him.
you don't see him for 23 minutes. 23 minutes.
The first person you see is Tex.
Now, the first person you see is the high school teenagers at their prom.
Renee Zellweger and
Who's
other
like
teenagers
Heather
that are unknown.
and Jenny and Barry the cheater and yeah, the stupid cheater, should I say. He was stupid. And he
All of
said,
them were stupid.
yes, all of them were stupid. Fair enough. Except for no, all of them were pretty stupid. We didn't really care about anyone.
No, we did not one bit.
The whole entire time, I just wanted to get it over with. This was painful.
Very painful to watch.
54 minutes in, there was bad acting still. Hardly any kills. And if they were kills, they were from Tex. Tex was a little bit too over dramatic, and I preferred him in the third one. And he was a bit bastardly, I guess. But not in a good way. No. He was over the top dramatic.
Very
And he kept
over the
hitting
top.
himself.
He just kept
And of course, Leatherface, well, we all know.
We were so sad.
I'm not going to reenact the scream
We were
again.
all thinking like, okay, this movie sucks, but let's just hope Leatherface is decent. Nope.
Leatherface,
My mask.
terrible.
This mask is from the rap group called Axe. This is a better mask than the fourth movie.
the fourth movie was, well,
By the way,
he
go
was,
support them.
he was a woman, which is not a big deal. I mean, if it could have been done well.
No, it was still a dude.
Yes, but his mask, it was a woman. He was dressed as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been
And a
done well.
grandma.
It could have been done well, but it wasn't.
No, the mask was horrible. The whole bodysuit was horrible.
And his family.
You don't even see Grandpa.
No, there was. Yeah, there was no grandpa. It was really sad. They cut Grandpa out. Sorry, Grandpa. Rest in peace.
Seriously. So
It was a
sad.
disappointment. And that's an understatement. What else do we say? Well,
The kills were bad.
the kills were bad.
We only remember one thing about the movie.
They were
And
stupid teenagers.
Stupid teenagers,
A cheater.
a cheater, and
A
over
girl
the
who doesn't know. A girl who doesn't know when someone's following behind her.
Yeah. And the main chick who's part of the Sawyer family.
Texas Love.
Yeah, Texas Love. It sounds like a country song.
We could write a song about that. We tried.
You didn't do well.
It was coming along. We just need some
Maybe the Marks could think of some.
Maybe. But
smart. Love you guys.
But
this movie just sucked.
honestly, 54 minutes in, you just want to pull your hair out. You want to scream over and over again like Leatherface, except not. You literally want to like throw everything in the room, break a ton load of things, and then hit your head against the wall for 2 hours straight. And yeah. What else?
No memorable characters.
Yeah, seriously. Tex, no, not memorable. I mean, he's memorable in a bad way.
For the wrong reasons.
Texas Love claims that the Sawyers were behind the JFK.
Do you remember her name?
No, I don't even remember her name. She just wasn't even memorable. I'm sorry, but not really sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, she claims that, the Sawyers were behind JFK Kennedy's assassination.
Which I call bull.
I mean, they were rewriting history left and right.
I legitimately call bull. Freddy Krueger probably has a better chance of killing JFK.
Yeah.
Or the original Sawyers, I could believe. These Sawyers, I can't buy one bit.
Also, the family was not a family. The
No.
family was trying to kill each other. I mean, Tex was slapping his love around. Brutal.
All you see is Tex. Leatherface is barely on the movie. He's on the cover of the movie. And they're acting like he's the main star, but no, the movie focuses on the family without Leatherface. Leatherface is a side character.
Leatherface is treated poorly by his family.
Which he was in the original one,
but it's like a poorly it's demeaning. And then Jenny, the main character, she can like demand Leatherface around. And Leatherface like,
You sit the fuck down and shut up.
he listened.
sits.
He listened.
It's like, no.
Leatherface would not have done that.
No,
He would literally
that's not
attack her.
Leatherface. That's an imposter.
Yeah, Leatherface would have killed her right there. But no. He just sits down, and you just realize, yeah, they made Leatherface
Terribly.
very terribly. They made him into a chump. They made him into a jabroni. And it's horrible.
It's really horrible.
Because Leatherface, even though it's not an actual real character, in the original one, he is a ticking time bomb. They could snap anytime. Same with the rest of the Sawyers, because you can actually believe that the chef is an innocent old chef. Until you realize you're dead, and next thing you know,
There was no chef in this one.
he's dead. And the hitchhiker, he's dead. And,
Also, one thing that bothered
Chop
me.
Top's gone.
Yeah, another thing that bothered me was that it was inconsistent. The fourth one, the monologue was inconsistent with the third one. The third one said that one of them was apprehended. This one said, none of them were apprehended, none of them were caught, and they're just all killing everyone. Also, there's the Illuminati involved.
Oh yeah, the Sawyer families are a member of the Illuminati.
Which totally makes sense. I mean, they must,
It was awkward and uncomfortable to watch that scene where Renee Zellweger, it was supposedly a teenager in this movie, seeing that dude liquor and all that kind of stuff was just awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But in general, the Illuminati doesn't need to be in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Yeah. And honestly, if I wanted to watch a movie about the Illuminati, I'd much rather them show me a movie about the Illuminati.
Is there even one?
There probably is, but I don't know. I never asked for a movie about Illuminati. I wanted Leatherface with a
We
chainsaw.
wanted to see the Sawyers. We wanted to see the Sawyers. And we want to see Leatherface. We want to see Leatherface lose it.
Leatherface doesn't even carry his chainsaw half the movie. In fact,
He doesn't even kill anybody with a chainsaw.
no.
He only kills one person, and it's not even with the chainsaw. I don't even remember what it was, but I just remember
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
really remember either.
This movie.
The beginning reminded me more of Prom Night
Yeah.
than Texas Chainsaw.
This
In fact,
just
I
shows
was
you.
like, I'm watching Prom Night because they were at prom, and the guy cheated, and they were wearing prom dresses, and they were going somewhere, and they were like out in the middle of nowhere, and Barry, one of the stupid teenagers, was like, assholes don't know how to make roads, and just petty things like that, and two people were making out in a car. Just Prom Night.
Ugh.
I don't even remember what Prom Night was. Like, I remember I watched it
I don't
a long
remember
time
it.
ago. I kind of remember it. I
I
remember
seen
the
the
gist
remake.
about it.
I
But
seen the
seriously,
remake.
it just reminds me, the beginning just reminded me of Prom Night.
It was horrible.
It's horrible.
Also, here's the thing. This just shows you. Don't go to your prom, kids, or you'll end up in a crappy movie.
Honestly, that's just, I guess they had decent music-ish.
Decent music. I don't even remember a single song that was in this.
Oh, well, it was the most manageable thing.
I don't even remember a single soundtrack of the movie.
I don't either, but I just remember it was decent-ish. Okay. Manageable to hear.
The only thing that was good about the movie is that it ended.
It ended eventually.
It felt like hours or longer.
Felt like hours. Gave me a headache. I kept hitting my head against my hand, just like this.
Oh my god.
Because I wanted to tear my hair out.
This is a
The
movie
third
that-
one was okay.
Third one was
So
okay.
the fourth one was shit.
And think about it. This was 1994. We didn't get another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
2003.
Three. So we didn't get another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie 19 years later, or was it 9 years later?
It was a long time later.
Yeah, so it's just like a long time that we didn't get another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. 9 years later. 9 years.
Honestly,
This movie legitimately killed the
makes-
franchise until we got the remake.
and it makes you not like you. It makes you question: did you even really like the original? Which just shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
That just
you
should
should-
not happen.
Because
And
the
of
first one's
course-
a classic. The first one's great.
Yes, and you clearly just rationally thinking, you love the first one.
Oh yeah.
But this one afterwards, you're like,
You actually question
what-
yourself.
what am I doing watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I hate the fact that you actually question yourself, seeing if you like the original one. I actually did rewatch it just recently to see if I did like it, but yeah, I do. I still do.
Yeah, I love the original one.
First one's great. Second one's good. Third one's alright.
Yeah.
The
Fourth one is shit.
Yeah.
You should never watch it. Well,
Don't.
I mean, I know we did, but we did it to review
So-
this.
We watched it, so you don't have to.
Honestly, if you don't want to spend your time going like this or like this
I have a coworker
or like
that
screaming
liked
like Leatherface, you should not watch it.
it. But the funny thing is, I have a coworker at my job,
Yes.
my new job.
There
that
are
actually
some
likes
people-
this movie.
There are some people,
I
very
can't
few.
believe there are actually some people that like this crap.
It makes me question whether they watched the first one or
Yeah.
not. This was terrible. The ending was horrible. We just see a screaming Leatherface finally holding a chainsaw.
Wearing the black dress, looking like a transgender woman, running and screaming.
Just running
Now
and
here's the
screaming.
thing: there's nothing wrong with her a transgender.
No,
or
and
anything.
there's nothing wrong with Leatherface being a woman.
They just booked it wrong. They just booked this movie very
They
badly.
could have made it into a masterpiece.
Yeah. Also, you could definitely tell it was like a legitimately like a mask, not a woman's mask or skin. You could just tell
You could tell.
it was a costume.
evident.
It was just a costume.
It wasn't like in the first one where it looks real. It
like
wasn't
it was
in
an
the
old
decaying.
decay skin on Leatherface's face.
It was powdery. It looked like it was a mask with makeup.
Except for the second one. The second one didn't even.
No,
have
I
that
was
good
just
of a
talking
mask.
about the
It was
fourth.
still a good one. It was still a good one.
Yeah.
But the fact is, like, the original one, you could definitely tell it was skin, like it was a decayed, old skin. Second one, not so much. Third one, yes, you could definitely tell. Fourth one, no. Even when you see him dressed up as Leatherface, the mask still looks horrible, and when he's dressed up as a woman, still looks horrible. You can definitely tell it's just a mask, not a person's face. When he's dressed up as an old lady, you can still tell it's a mask, not a human face. It's not skin. It's just a legitimately leather mask. And that's the part that makes me sad, because Leatherface is supposed to be like this, a child and is stuck in a man's body.
Yes. But Leatherface is also supposed to be
Broken.
hurting,
Disturbed.
violent, dare I say. I mean, in this movie, none of those
None
are
of that.
true.
It's just like
It just left you with a sour, rotten taste in your mouth that smelled
he
like
just
sulfur.
acts like a little kid that was so spoiled that he didn't get the toy that he wanted. He texts the older brother bragging that he got the toy.
Texas. Well, he's not funny, and that's why.
There's another person in here that's in the story fan. I completely forgot about him, but I don't even remember what the guy's name was.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't even remember.
Let's just say when we watched this movie, we were prepared to review it, and we just completely forgot. That just shows you this movie's easy to forget, sort of.
It's easy to forget the details.
Oh yeah, very well.
Because you just don't care.
Yeah, because
You're just like, they're stupid, they all should die, and Leatherface is not Leatherface, and...
It's like this. The first one, you remember everything about the movie.
Yes.
The second one, you
You
remember...
find it hilarious.
Yeah,
and
you find it
remember
hilarious, and you still remember it. Third one, sort of.
Yeah.
But you still remember some of the good and some of the bad. This one, you'll easily forget.
You'll just remember that it was so terrible, and that Leatherface practically did not exist, and that Tex was just a total bastard, and not funny at all. There was no humor, and it was just rotten.
This was my second time seeing this movie, because I remember hating it the first time I saw it. And I was thinking, well, that was back then. Maybe rewatching it, I might change my mind. No, I still hate it. I still don't like it.
This was my first time watching this movie.
It was her first and her last.
And it was my last. I swear, if my son ever comes up to me, brings me that movie, I'm gonna be like, oh no.
You're grounded. Go to your room.
You're grounded for, well, however long I say. So, yes.
So if you're watching this in 10 years...
Yes, you must, but if you're watching this in 10 years, thank God you did not bring that goddamn awful movie to me.
Also, if you go on their IMDb page, it's the lowest one so far. Texas Chainsaw 3D still is higher than
Yes, Texas Chainsaw 3D is higher.
And that movie sucked, but...
It had some good.
Yeah.
Some good.
For me, it's a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure.
Yes. This one, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just dumb teenagers, Leatherface not existing, we already mentioned, Tex being over the top dramatic, Tex's love, just, well, I don't even remember much about her except that she liked killing and, she thought she was amazing at it, and she thought that the Sawyers
they're not
killed
cannibals,
Jim.
they eat pizza.
Oh, darn! You had to remind me of that one?
I just remembered. We just had pizza and that just made me remember. I just remember that.
Right. They don't.
Yeah, they're not cannibals. They're not cannibals, they eat pizza.
They eat pizza.
Which they took the advice from in the third movie. No spoilers. Yeah, they eat pizza. They don't eat people. I just remember that.
Don't know what they do with all those human bodies that they kill. Clearly not eat them.
Give it to Leatherface, I guess? I'm not sure.
This Leatherface wouldn't have even a clue what to do with them.
You know what the funny thing is? Even though this mask I'm wearing, even though you can definitely tell it's a mask. It's more realistic than the actual movie. I love this mask. Axe is a great rap group.
Yes, it is.
You should go support them.
It is.
But the thing is, it's just like, this movie leaves you in a very bad taste in your mouth. And also, it's just that, what else? Is like, the acting's bad.
Oh yes, the acting is bad. 54 minutes in, there is not a good second of good acting.
And how funny is that Texas 3D, everybody considers that the worst movie. I still find it funny that one is higher than this one. It's a masterpiece compared to
honestly,
Texas
if you
Chainsaw
want
4.
to watch a bad Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that's considered bad, but doesn't leave you with a sour, awful, rotten smell and taste in your mouth, you should watch the Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Well, you just talked about my ex-girlfriend. Sorry.
It's okay. But, should watch.
Texas Chainsaw 3D
Yes.
is by far way better
Just-
than Texas Chainsaw 4. And the reasons why, if you're asking, what about Leatherface, the prequel, she hasn't seen it yet. So she will, down the road.
Yes. That's about all we can say about this goddamn awful movie.
The only thing I remember about the movie is that, is Renee Zellweger. That's it.
Yes, and she's a good...
She's a great actress. She's great.
Yes. But, you know...
And I know Matthew McConaughey, he's a great actor. How did they get in this movie?
And, yeah, I honestly don't blame the actors for this.
I don't
necessarily.
either.
I blame the writing. The writing was just terrible. Which
Also,
is sad.
they changed the name so many times for this movie.
Yes.
Return of Leatherface, Next Generation, I think that's, or just Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4, or Leatherface Part 4, like Leatherface Part 3. Like, that just
and
shows
they
you.
delayed it like 2 years.
Yeah, that just shows you that they had no faith in this movie, but they knew they were going to make a quick buck. But the fact is, it bombed badly, and after that, we didn't get another one until 2003. That just shows you. I mean, Jason X came in theaters, and Jason Goes to Hell, they were in theaters, and Halloween 6, we still got to see that, but the thing is, after Chainsaw 4, we didn't see another one until 2003. And I can tell you right now, the remake for 2003 is legitimately a lot better movie. Wait till that movie.
So much better. Oh, well.
What do you rate this movie?
Well,
I know she usually doesn't want great movies right now. She's saving that, but I'm just curious.
on what scale?
Whatever you can think of.
Alright. Well, let me say, you probably know that I've watched the Black Christmas movies, and it's way better than Black Christmas 2019.
Ugh.
Because I could actually watch this movie. It hurt my head. It made me, want to just, God, it just made me angry, but it didn't make me angry in the way Black Christmas 2019 did. Plus, they still had Leatherface, even though it's a poor excuse for Leatherface. So, I would not rate it as low as Black Christmas 2019, but that being said, definitely the worst Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie ever.
Yeah.
Probably would, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd probably give it maybe 1.5, being generous.
10, the movie does not exist.
Yes, then you will live a happy life.
No,
Well, at least in regards to movies.
and the world we live in.
Yeah. So, else. Alrighty.
Just don't watch this movie.
Just don't watch this movie. Agreed. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you want, subscribe to his channel too.
Oregon Wrestling Observer.
And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Remember, the Size family.
Saw's family.
This ain't family.
No. Alright.
Cool.
Bye.
Oh my god, my face is sweating.
Oh, that's gonna need some editing. Oh.
But piece of power.